Hey everybody, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're all having a great day. Well, my order executed and now I'm officially a NAT shareholder. So this is part 2 of the first video. In this video, I'll explain my plan for this position, the potential in Nordic American tankers going forward, as well as my thoughts on their recent earnings and their dividends increase. Okay, right here I have the current daily chart pulled up, and if you watched my previous video, you know I've been waiting for quite a while for the hype to die down and for the price to pull back to the 50-day simple period moving average or the blue line on the chart. And on Friday it did, and I bought a few hundred shares at $4.42. Now my optimal entry would have happened on a fast, bigger move down, finding support into the moving average, but that didn't happen. If that would have happened, you typically get a nice move up. Now how I got in isn't necessarily a bad entry, but when price fades into a moving average, you usually get more fading down. If that happens for a few more days on light volume like what's been going on, I'm going to add some more. I'll wait and see how the market acts for a few days to see if that's the best move. Well, price has pulled back quite a bit from the highs, and I think a lot of the short-term traders that bought over 6 have had enough pain and have probably been exiting the stock. So I think the turnaround should happen any day now. When stocks fade down slowly, the pain of the loss is usually more intense because the traders had more time to mull over the potential error that they've made with the purchase. Smart money uses this to their advantage and temporarily stops accumulating in the stock and waits for the weak hands who have had enough and exit their positions before they start accumulating again. And it looks like we're finally there with NAT. Right now I'm going to review their earnings and their recent dividend news and give you my thoughts on them, as well as go over my reasons why I think the stock price could possibly explode from here. So stay tuned to the end so you don't miss it. But first, let me know what you think about my entry point in the comment section below. Do you think I got in too soon, or do you think I'm crazy for buying it at all? And if you're in NAT, what is your price target to the upside and why? I'd love to hear some different perspectives. On May 18th, NAT released their quarterly earnings, and they were decent but not spectacular. They reported a profit of 27 cents per share versus the consensus estimate of 25 cents per share, which compares to 4 cents per share a year ago in the same quarter. They also posted revenues of $86.18 million for the quarter, beating the consensus estimate by almost 6%. And this compares to the revenues of $53.63 million a year ago for the same quarter. Now here is where it gets exciting. Next quarter, the consensus earnings estimate is only coming in at 28 cents per share, and the yearly consensus estimate is only at 89 cents per share. And I expect NAT to beat both of those numbers quite easily. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me one bit to see earnings estimates getting revised up in the coming weeks, and that should give the share price a much-needed boost. Now, dividends are a priority for Nordic American tankers, and on March 24th of 2020, they declared the dividend for the first quarter to be 14 cents per share, with a record date of May 26th and a payout date of June 5th. Now, in view of the company's future prospects, they decided to increase the dividend for the following quarter to 20 cents. That's to be paid on September 4th of 2020 to shareholders on record as of August 28th, 2020. Now that's an increase of 42% over the previous quarter, and at the current stock price, this represents a yield of almost 17%. Now I expected, with storage fees being as high as they are, for the dividend to be raised a little bit more, but a 42% increase in the grand scheme of things is nothing to complain about. But I also think the board is a little old school and they want to reward long-term shareholders and gradually increase it rather than all at once. Okay, so let's get into the reasons why I'm bullish on NAT at these levels. Like I said before, this slow grind down has shaken out many of the short-term traders that bought at higher prices that got trapped. This is important because when traders get trapped at higher prices, it's very painful to be sitting on those big losses, and many are thinking if price gets anywhere near they bought in at, they'd be more than happy to sell and get their initial investment back. They say the rallying cry of the loser trader is, "I'll get out when I'm even." Now that type of thinking is the graphic depiction of overhead resistance you see on a stock chart. Now it takes extra buying pressure to be able to grind through those traders and create a sustainable uptrend if they are still there. Now another reason why I'm bullish on NAT at these levels is because of earnings. Their earnings should be better than expected for the next couple of quarters because when oil prices briefly went negative, NAT wisely took advantage of the shortage of storage space. They raised prices and forced customers to sign 6-month contracts at those higher prices to guarantee storage. Like the old saying goes, you gotta strike while the iron's hot. Now, from what I understand, most oil wells don't have the ability to just shut down. If you shut them down, you can permanently damage them. Now, I couldn't find any rock-solid concrete information proving that to put in this video, but if you work in the oil industry or if you have knowledge if that's true or not, please let me know in the comments. I'd like to know if that's accurate. Another reason I'm bullish on NAT is because of the dividends. I think when the ramifications of the shutdown really start piling up, more and more companies will either cut or flat out suspend their dividends to keep their operations afloat. Now, there's a large group of investors that invest purely for dividends, and companies that not only continue to pay dividends but have the potential to increase them will be in short supply. Now, the typical dividend investor likes to purchase stocks with higher share prices and much longer time horizons, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And last but not least, I think this could possibly be the biggest reason NAT's share price could go absolutely parabolic. If we get another downturn in the economy and we retest the lows, oil inventories could easily pile up higher than a few weeks ago. If that happens, I expect NAT's share price to go parabolic. And the reason for that is almost nobody knew who NAT was until the oil glut occurred. And if that happens and gets worse, you could see FOMO on steroids with NAT's share price. Okay, everybody, I didn't want this video to drag on too long, so I think I'm going to end it right there. I just wanted to make a quick update and let you know that I got in. Remember, this is not investing advice, only my opinion and what I'm doing with my money for your fun and entertainment. Please like this video so it'll trigger the YouTube algorithm and let more people know about NAT stock, and subscribe so you can get updates and new ideas. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care, everybody.